welcome back to the Lockwood Chronicles. My name is Larissa, and these are my bookshelves, and we are going to be cleaning them up, redecorating, maybe moving stuff around, and then we'll do a little book tour at the end. I have the necessities. I have a beverage. This is just ginger beer with lime. I didn't feel like putting vodka in it because turns out I love a mule, like a Moscow mule, but I mainly just like the ginger beer. Plan of attack. Ooh, I really like how my shelves are organized right now. They are separated by genre, then author, and like release date or series of books by those authors. Non-fiction, general fiction with 50 Shades, romance, and then that shelf down there is historical fiction. Then the bottom shelf is thrillers with some old, like Nicholas Sparks romance. Then over here I have my witchy shelf, young adult Harry Potter, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame are here. Sarah J. Maas gets her own shelf because Queen. And then I have kind of fantasy with Greek mythology down there. At the way bottom is Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, and then like some Barnes & Noble exclusive. Sherlock Holmes, Grimm's Brothers, Jane Austen's complete collection, Peter Pan, and King Arthur. So I'd like to keep the genre the same. Oh, and then on the shelf I have my TBR, which we can go over, obviously. So I'd like to keep the genre theme the same. I would like to have a little bit more space on my romance shelves just because that's the genre I read most often. So therefore I'm always shifting books and they are getting way too full. And then I might shift the witchy shelf, which I love so much, but I might shift that to my like academic bookshelf over here, potentially. We'll see. I might not have space for it, but I think if I can finagle some stuff, I might be able to do it. Maybe. Barely. Ugh, I just feel like I'm losing a lot of height and use of that. So maybe I'll even put it on one of the TBR shelves and that will keep me from buying more books until I fix that. That actually might be a good idea. I just realized I have the tag sticking out. No one was gonna tell me. You guys are fake. I just got these sweatpants and I put them on immediately and was like, oh, I'll stick the tag out so that way I'll cut it off. That's so funny. Oh, that's good. Okay, we are fighting against daylight because it is currently just after 3 and it gets dark still so fast. Cannot wait for daylight savings. Anyway, I have obviously the necessities of my watch later playlist on YouTube loaded up with all my book girlies, and we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna start. I have my table set up right here out of frame so I can unload all the books and not hurt my back while bending over so much. So yeah, I have that to clean all the shelves. Ooh, okay, things are happening. What if I put the non-fiction, or I could combine these shelves? That might be even a better idea. That might be the way to go. All right, well, we're just spitballing. So I'm gonna play this. We're gonna get cleaning. I have my handy dandy step ladder. I'm gonna take actually all of the decor off right now and put that away. Not away, but like away from me. I don't know how I feel about the top shelf quite yet, but also it makes the most sense. I just really liked how I decorated my witchy shelf before. I emptied out all of my like fiction, whatever, anything that's really not fantasy, because this is my fantasy side. Problem being is I sit down for a lot of like my sit down videos. I sit crazy, I know. And so like the bottom shelves here, the bottom 3 shelves are the shelves that are shown most often. So I want them to be with books that I love. However, when you're in this room and you're looking at the shelves, obviously sightline is here, and that's going to be like, these two shelves are going to be like the big draws. I want to look at them and see my favorites, but also like when I'm editing back, I also want to see my favorites slow down, and it's, I don't know. And also the shelf, I'm gonna move this up one, because this one, you can't, it's stationary, you can't move it, which I think was a poor placement for that. I'd like to get about 3 romance shelves for sure. Okay, let's figure it out, I guess. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. All right, we're getting there, fam. As you can see, my TBR shelves completely empty. Lovely cords, probably a fire hazard. Ignore those. I have a little mini book haul. Yay! My book of the month box. As we know, I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by Book of the Month. I do have like one of those referral codes that they give everybody when you are a member, down in the description box below if you wanted to try it out, and if not, no worries. So the first book that I got was Never by Jessa Hastings, and this is just, I got this at Target, obviously, because there's the Target sticker that they refuse to, oh my gosh. That came off so easily. There's just like a little bit of residue. Wow. Wow. There we go. That hasn't happened to me in a long time. This cover is absolutely stunning. I am extremely nervous to read this though, because everybody that has read it has not enjoyed it, so I'm nervous. We'll see. Apparently it's unlikable characters. It's a very much like Peter Pan continuation retelling, and I'm very nervous, but this cover is so beautiful. And as for my Book of the Month box, all right, so lucky me, January is my birthday month. I got a free add-on. And then I added on another. And then I got my actual Book of the Month. The Book of the Month pick that I chose for January is The Fury by Alex Michaelides. He is the author of The Silent Patient and The Maidens, and I really loved both of those. The Silent Patient is probably one of my favorite thrillers, and I am excited to read The Fury. There's that, and I talk about that in my new releases for 2024, so this was a new release. And it's actually a lot thinner than I was expecting, which is great because I love quick thrillers. Like, there is no reason for them to be that aggressively long. Just cover those. It looks like the blue eye of Mordor. Then the next book that I got. I'm so excited. I'm really upset that it didn't release in December's box because it came out in December, and that is Ruthless Vows, and it is the second in the duology of Divine Rivals. I just blanked for like 2 seconds. Divine Rivals. This is following Iris and Roman, and oh my gosh, their cutie lovey story in Divine Rivals was adorable. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. Now I have the second in the duology, and apparently this one, from what I've heard, is a little bit more targeted on the war, like the political aspect, a little bit more than the romance. It's so pretty! Ah. Alright, let's put that there. Might as well, right? And then the last book that I got, I'm so freaking excited. And that is Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. This is just giving very much similar vibes to the Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey, and I love that series with my whole heart and soul. 5-star series. And this is about 2 serial killers who kill serial killers, and it's a love story. What is the bookmark? This book hits the plot. Woo! Wow, look at me manually focusing. And then the best part about Book of the Month boxes is you get to reuse these boxes for presents, because that's what I do with them. I hoard them, and then when I need to give a gift, they go in one of these, and everybody is scared that I got them books, which I don't understand the issue with that. I'm going to organize my TBR shelf. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. We did it. It's done. And then I remembered I had some like birthday decorations that just sit in a tub, and I thought this would just make it so much more fun and cute. This is what we're working with. So let's do a little bit of a bookshelf tour and go through all of my books. Here at the very tippy top, we have all my witchy books right here. And then my Aquarius little definition back there. And then fortune telling color book that I got as a present, which is pretty cool. And then this was on top of a candle one year. So honestly the same decor that I've had on here forever, but for those that are new, here it is. And then How to Survive in the Woods, Why Men Love Bitches, He's Just Not That Into You, Atomic Habits, Financial Feminist, Tom Felton's Beyond the One, Big Magic, Eat, Pray, Love, Attached, Broke Millennial, Thinner, Leaner, Stronger, Beyond Bigger, Leaner, Stronger, The Four Tendencies, Jessica Simpson's Open Book, Britney Spears' The Woman in Me, Wild by Cheryl Strait, Eat It, The Flow. Oh, you can see my head this whole time, how embarrassing. Okay, what is this though? Oh, Half Broke Horses, that's what it is. Journal, Single is Your Superpower, and Unbothered. Historical fiction, The Magnolia Palace. It was okay. I can see myself unhauling it. All the Light We Cannot See, which was amazing. I cried so much. And then the Tea Rose, the Winter Rose. I do not have the Wild Rose because I did not enjoy the Wild Rose. But I loved these two and reread them over and over and over again. And I definitely will want to do a reread of them. And then City of Girls, which was so good, which is so fitting that it's next to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo because they give similar vibes and I love that. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Malibu Rising, Carrie Soto is back, so I love that they're just all next to each other. It's so pretty. A Tattooist of Auschwitz, very heartbreaking. Where the Crawdads Sing. I really love this book. I know it's extremely controversial due to the author, but I really, really love this book. The Light Between Oceans, The Help, Tomorrow and Tomorrow Tomorrow, we all know. It's amazing. The Book Thief, oh, so good. I really loved The Book Thief. And then the Bridgerton series with my little top hat, which I love so much. It's so cute. And I just didn't know where to put that candle, so it went there for now. And then also I have my little Pisa, Eiffel Tower, and Pinocchio, which I got over when I went to Europe in high school. So these are out of alphabetical order, so don't yell at me, okay? But I had to, and you'll see why. So I have Ghosted by J.M. Darhauer, The Dating Plan, and then I really wanted my favorite hockey romances right next to each other. Like I felt like they needed to be besties next to each other. So Behind the Net and The Fake Out, which is the Vancouver Storm series, which I will be rereading. The Maple Hills series, which is a college hockey romance, Icebreaker, Wildfire. And then we have the Magnolia Park series, which is just devastating. And you know, I always I question whether to put those at a different spot, but at the end of the day, they are a romance and a love story, I should say. The Love Hypothesis, Love on the Brain, Love Theoretically, Check-in Mates, Emily Henry. Just want to be her friend so bad. Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers, and Girl Get Your Coin, Happy Place. Finishing off this row, we have Helen Huang's The Kiss Quotient, Bride Test, and The Heart Principle. I think The Kiss Quotient is the best one. It's kind of like a reverse Pretty Woman. A lovely little Taylor Swift disco ball, which I got and paid a lot of money for at the Eras Tour and had a lovely lavender haze drink. And then all of my friendship bracelets that I got at the concert. And this ring was a light-up ring from a Taylor Swift themed bachelor party. Continuing on with the romance shelf, we have all of Colleen Hoover. I still have a few more on my TBR shelf, which you'll see, or maybe just one more. Yeah, I was working my way through her backlist. Still am, just not as aggressively as I was before. I have Hopeless, It Starts With Us, It Ends With Us. This is going out of order, that's okay. November 9th, Reminders of Him, and Ugly Love. And then I have Part of Your World, and Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I still am very angry that they switched where the author name is placed. I don't know why that drives me so nuts. Happily Letter After, Love in Other Words. Ooh, love that. I put this in order of kind of when I've read them. The Soulmate Equation, The True Love Experiment, which a lot of people didn't enjoy this one. I did. I really loved The Soulmate Equation. The Honeymooners, Something Wilder, My Favorite Half Night Stand, and then we get into like the social media, I forget what the actual series is, but Set on You and X's and O's by Amy Lee. I'm excited to read the third. The Brightest of Dreams, which is a Christian romance. Only reason I have it is because that's one of my friends that models. Otherwise, I did not really enjoy the book, and I don't really gravitate towards Christian romances. Marriage for One, oh, wish that was my man. I loved this book so much. I can't wait to reread it and annotate the heck out of it. Red, White, and Royal Blue and The Dead Romantics. And then I have some trees and a candle. Little candles here I didn't really know what to do with, so there they sit. And then this floral arrangement that I arranged one time, and I liked it, and it's so cute and girly. And then The Right Swipe. I also read this when I was first getting back into reading after grad school. I plowed through this in like a day, and I had a blast reading it. It was so fun. And I also read The Attachment shortly after, and freaking loved that book too. It's so cute. Things We Never Got Over, Things We Hide from the Light, and Things We Left Behind is on my TBR shelf, so that will eventually be added there. And that is the Knock 'Em Out series. And then we have Dating Dr. Dill. Very surprising how much I love this book, and I'm really sad I didn't read it sooner. Very spicy, and I really liked it. And then this Hello Sign, which I will put down so you can see what other books are here. Archer's Voice, which, amazing. Then we have Nicholas Sparks. So Dear John, The Last Song, The Lucky One, The Notebook, and A Walk to Remember. I was really into Nicholas Sparks when I was a kid. Funny you should ask. Once More with, oh, my arm is blocking, sorry. Once More with Feeling, and then The Hating Game in the corner there. And then all the way down at the bottom here, we have my thrillers, and then kind of like my general fiction here. Starting off, we have Pretty Things, and Then There Were None, Daisy Darker, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Verity, The One. Oh, love this book so much. It's a thriller version of The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren, so really like that. Silent Patient, The Maidens, Behind Her Eyes. Really enjoyed the Netflix show based off of this. They're pretty much exactly the same, so if you don't want to read it, watch the show. It was phenomenal. Loved it. Ghosts, A Man Called Uwe, Anxious People, Fahrenheit 451, The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Ugh, always a tongue twister. The Midnight Library, Hotel Nantucket, Someone Else's Shoes, Star-Crossed Sisters of Tuscany, The Lost Apothecary. I wish I would have liked this one more. It was okay. Not horrible, but not great. Normal People, Conversations with Friends, In 5 Years, which completely destroyed me. The Art of Racing in the Rain, Tuck Everlasting, The Little Princess, The Giver, Tom Sawyer, and Room by Emma Donoghue. All right, and then on the top shelf on this fantasy side, things that aren't going to get more of, or it's going to take a very long time for them to. I still have to get Murtagh for my Aragon series. So Aragon, Eldest Brizinger, and The Inheritance, and then my Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, and then the Chronicles of Narnia, the whole bind up. I'm really sad about this. I read all of this. It was so thick. It was beautiful. It's all of the books in here. However, it's the movie cover. I wish I might eventually get some special editions of each of the books because I love the Chronicles of Narnia so much. Then we have the Game of Thrones series. These are the special editions that I was talking about from Barnes & Noble. I got them as a kid, and I think they look so pretty, and I love them. And then directly below it, I have my lovely YA, or stuff that I read when I was younger. That's not why. So we have the Twilight series, plus Midnight Sun. I hate that they changed cover height. That was very rude of them. Then Stephenie Meyer's other two books, which were The Host and The Chemist, which I really enjoyed. I thought she was going to write more from The Host. Maybe she has, and I just haven't been paying attention, but I was very obsessed with Stephenie Meyer growing up, and I really did enjoy these two that she did. The Hunger Games, and then 50 Shades of Grey, and then Grey, which is in Christian's point of view. This is one of my favorite little masks, and it just pairs very nicely with that mask, and that's kind of like what I thought about it. It just aesthetically goes with the kind of black and white aesthetic there. Some sand and shells from Clearwater Beach, which are pink, which you can't see at all. And then this was a letter asking me to be in a wedding. Then we have the Harry Potter and Fourth Wing shelf. I will most likely be shifting this around as the series grows, but for now, we have all my Harry Potter books, which it drives me nuts too. Don't worry. I don't know what happened in my life, that this atrocity happened. But here we are. Also, like Fantastic Beasts series, I am missing one or two, I think. And then Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And then my beautiful Fourth Wing edition with the spray dragon edges. Love her so much. And then Iron Flame. And then my Harry Potter and Hermione Granger wands with my chocolate frog and Harry Potter cauldron. Sarah J. Maas, I still don't know. Anyway, you'd think I'd figure it out because she's my favorite fantasy writer. I put them in the order that they should be read. The ACOTAR series. Love it. And then we have all the Throne of Glass series. Oh, so pretty. So fun. Yeah, I have the old covers and I'm completely okay with that. I like them. And then Crescent City. Yes, this drives me nuts as well, and I will be getting the hardcover when that releases, so that will be another different size, but that's okay. And then we have this cute little lantern, which I've had for so long, but I just love it, and it's so cute, and it has stars, and I never light the candle that's in there, but maybe one day I will. And then this candle I got for my 30th birthday party, and it says, "Hope your birthday is filled with lots of love, laughter, and cake." Damn you, autocorrect. And it was lavender flavored, scented. All right, and then we got my miscellaneous fantasy and mythology shelf. Here is a really great introductory to, I say it every time I do a shelf tour, really great introductory to Greek mythology, and I love Greek mythology. That's my favorite mythology to read about. If you just like kind of want little snippets, I feel like this is done very well. The Song of Achilles, which is one of my top favorite books. It might actually still be my favorite. It's been a while since I've read it, so I definitely want to reread it. It gets me every time. I love it. It's perfection to me. Madeline Miller's Circe. Then we have Kaki, which was really good. Really like that. Very different than anything that I've read mythology-wise. East and West. This is changed. This title is now called North. Beauty and the Beast, Eros and Psyche retelling, which is very good. And there was a lot of other mythology mixed around here. I really like this one. Didn't like West as much, but loved East or North, now that it's called. And then A Touch of Darkness series. There's another book or two that's out. I really enjoyed the first one. Second one was pretty good. Third one, it was just all smut. So if you're looking for just like a really smutty, raunchy series, this would be the one. Once Upon a Broken Heart. I wish I had the pink edition. However, oh, don't hate me, but I didn't really enjoy this first one, so I didn't continue on with the series. I may listen to it in the future. I feel like that's how I like to consume YA books, is through audiobooks. Divine Rivals, love her. The Princess Bride, honestly, just stick to the movie. The House on the Cerulean Sea, The Night Circus, Ninth House, Hellbent, and V.E. Schwab. And then we have David and Aphrodite hanging out. Got those in Italy when I went to one of the museums there and saw David in real life, and it was so cool. This shelf here is kind of an empty shelf as of right now. I have flowers here. I have my picture of David behind the flowers because I don't need two Davids on here, honestly. My piggy bank olive, my adventure book from my little in my sorority made me that, just pictures of me and her and whatnot. And then I have a fan back here from Paris, I think. Yes. And then these books here are all the books that, or all the pictures I took in Europe. And then welcome to my TBR shelf. So up here is usually where I put my monthly TBR or like books that I want to get to like immediately. So we have Ruthless Vows, Bookshelves and Blackbird, Ledge and Chasm, which are the same part of the same series, so 1 and 2. Then across from here I have this lovely little box. When my grandma managed the motel in my hometown, people would leave stuff all the time, and the people she contacted and they never wanted it, so I got to keep it, and I love it. It's so just unique. Like they just put all these little pins on it. I thought they're so cute. So this holds all my bookmarks and some other just random stuff, but mainly just my bookmarks. And then back here I have another little box that holds, I think like those cord, like the USB plugs, and then my Minnie Mouse ears. So cute. Ooh. And then these are the books that I have read. Well, the physical books that I've read in a month, that's where they go over there. And then my reading journal tracker thing, and then Kindle, and then that little laugh sign. This is kind of like I want to get to sooner rather than later, which is a lot. So we have the fine print Terms and Conditions, Final Offer, all part of the same series. Lover Designed, apparently in the same universe. The Happy Ever After playlist. Loath to Love You, which is 3 novellas by Ellie Hazelwood. And then Things We Left Behind. Also, I just need to read this. It's Galatia by Madeline Miller. Was very deceived by how short and small this book is. It is literally a pocketbook. And then we have the book that we just unboxed earlier. How exciting for us. So this is where my Book of the Month books live, just because it just looks aesthetically pleasing. But it would be even more pleasing if they were on the red shelves. The Fury, The Wishing Game, Ariadne, Clytemnestra, The Unmaking of June Farrow, Babel, and The Family. Confess by Colleen Hoover here. Taylor Jenkins Reid's Backlist, Forever Interrupted, Maybe in Another Life, One True Love's and After I Do. Way down here, Christina Lauren's Backlist, Dating You, Hating You, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Fake Dating, The Honey Don't List, and then one of E.L. James's The Mister, and I think that's supposed to be a kind of like a historical romance. And then Never. I'm racing against this battery overheating. So way down here, these are books that I got at like a thrift shop or secondhand. And Such a Pretty Face, Love Rosie, Fangirl, The Manny, The Peach Keeper, and The Wedding Thief. And then Looking for Alaska, which shouldn't be up here, but we won't say anything. Red Rising, Hidden Figures, and Water for Elephants. And then way over here is my nonfiction reads. I Will Teach You to Be Rich. I have already read that a long time ago when it first came out, and I would just like to reread it and when I'm feeling a little like out of sorts with financially, like just need inspiration. And then Why Isn't My Brain Working? The Long Road North and The Long Road East. I know the author to this. I've played volleyball against him, and he was just like, hey, I've published some books, here they are. And I said, okay, thanks. Boundaries, always definitely should get to that a lot sooner. And then The Broke Millennial takes on investing. And then way over there I have my calligraphy. And then when I was panicking about my career, I was debating going into data entry, so I was just trying to like self-teach, and I really enjoyed it. That is definitely like, I would like to take a course on that if I ever decide to do a career shift. And that's just like SQL and Python. All right, fam. Yay. That's my shelves. Thanks for hanging out with me while I kind of redid them. I know they look very much the same as they previously have. And you can check out when I've reorganized them in the past, but hopefully you enjoyed my little bookshelf tour and everything, and helping me decide what to do with them, you know, internally. And hopefully I followed through on your plans. I really like how they are set up still. Again, I went by genre and author, and I really like that, but I like the updated, and I feel like I just have more room for my romance books because I'm a romance girly. I'm happy that I have more room for those books to eventually move over here. Remember to give this video a thumbs up for me. It just makes me feel good and happy and loved. And subscribe to the channel so when I do another bookshelf update, you're gonna be the first to know. And with that being said, respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks, bye!